I don't know how you feel about Io, but the hero doesn't feel that strong anymore. We had
I've
this
not been
discussion
impressed. Yeah.
yesterday.
An enabling support who just tethers to someone, makes them this powered carry. But you look at what other teams are picking and playing in these 4 and 5 roles, and they're heroes that do so much. Speaking of heroes that do a lot, Chen, talked about as maybe one of those heroes that's going to be just banned all the time here at TI, has kind of snuck through and been ignored by some teams, whereas others have banned him out. OG absolutely loved Chen. NoTel, one of those very, well-known players for his micro skills. Game 1.
10 seconds remaining.
At least in the games that we casted yesterday, Chen was really not good.
5 seconds remaining.
And Enchantress is gone.
Yeah, I think the first series maybe Chen was... We didn't see a single Chen pick in our game. And some of the series, yeah, it was just complete. To kind of see. Chen,
You know how you counter Chen? You get Ogre by Hand of Midas. You just multicast, kill his whole
Army's
army.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I'm bored with that. A lot of Ogre yesterday. In the 3 position as well as the 5, we saw some off-lane duos where Ogre was bloodlusting, like Shadow Shaman and Dark Willow, and just these beefy, scary lanes where this right-clicking support can just utilize this bloodlust. Tide gets picked up by EG. I was looking at some of the day 1 records. Tide, 7 wins, 1 loss. This big tanky fella has been on a tear in day 1 group stage and has looked really good.
Yeah, for sure. OD still in the pool, one of the better heroes against the Tidehunter. Also, they banned the Slark themselves, which is one
10 seconds
of the better
remaining.
heroes against them. Maybe they're thinking about
5
OD.
seconds remaining.
OD is usually banned by
OG's
much of the
turn
heroes, at least from day number 1, and this is also a really hot pickup because it doesn't reveal anything. Can be played as position 4, can be played as mid, so everything.
That's always a big thing in TI with, I feel like, drafts in general. You want to be first to picking at least one of your heroes that can maybe be flexible with roles, or at least lanes. OG do the same thing. Alchemist, we've seen in the mid lane, we've seen in the safe lane. So when they get to that 8th, 9th pick of the draft, they can be deciding, okay, do we want to pick a mid or safe laner? Your draft is just so much more open as far as what you can.
10 seconds.
Feels like
remaining.
OG wants to play this fast. Chen, Alchemist, gets the good timing on the Radiance, and Chen can make a lot of movement early on.
Alk is definitely this hero, as much as it's quote-unquote carry, you don't want to go super late game with Alk. Very much a timing hero that comes online with a couple of items, and you get those items faster than anyone else in the game. The nature of Brevil's Greed, and, well, fast is the name of the game for OG. They want to go late game against EG, a team. To me, EG always, they like going late game. TZ's kind of known for playing these more late game scaling heroes. EG don't usually dominate and win games in 20 minutes. They're more this 30, 45 minute kind of.
So I'm thinking about the heroes that EG needs. We saw how efficient in one of our games yesterday, where Alchemist is being pressured after the first 5-6 minutes, where he goes to jungle. You don't necessarily need to kill him. Just follow him in the jungle, try to block some of his camps, have a good hero that can rotate early on.
So of course, if they for that, EG do have that final pick of the draft, so they're not going to be rushing into their mid or carry, but definitely an option that looked really good against the play style of EG.
10 seconds remaining.
Fnatic. For now, bans coming out on the AA as well as
5
Treant
seconds
Protector. Treant, kind of maybe the unusual one, but it's one of those Seb special heroes.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense here. Chen, Alchemist, if you just combine the heroes with the Chen's Dora, the extra 20% heal, it's insane.
Yeah.
Alchemist, during the ulti, if you don't blow him up, he's not gonna die.
And that's why OG, the second they pick up Alchemist banning, they're like,
Exactly.
you want to deal without healing? AA is the one hero in the game that negates healing entirely. Delete that hero. And for EG, I think you can't stop the healing from happening, you need burst damage. Lina brings some to the table, but I feel like that's going to be something they have to prioritize when playing for Rage. Heavy healing over time. You have to be able to burst him. And magic nukes, physical
10
burst.
seconds remaining.
You need some response.
5
OG will need
seconds
some kind
remaining.
of guaranteed. You open up with. Right now, I don't think they need to out OD, even though I find OD Tidehunter. Alchemist OD is a bit.
Be a little surprised to see something. Instead, Jeep still looking likely for their 5 position for Fly. Crystal Maiden, one of those 5s that you often see against Chen. The Frostbite is always well. Fly enjoys playing. Definitely themselves need some catch and
Evil geniuses.
the Ember Spirit
turn
coming to mind.
pick.
Center band out.
OGs
That's one of those heroes
turn
alongside
to
Tide that's had a
pick.
lot of success here.
That's how you counter it. Get the Midas. This is 5 Ogre.
Probably no Midas, but
You never know. This hero can get a lot of gold.
PM Talon as well. Although one player got
Because he was playing
10
Was it,
seconds remaining.
their court. I mean, you get gold, you want more gold.
5
I think.
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
I guess for me, I'm just like I see gold GPM Talon, I get GPM Talon. You know, that's my mind works in a
you
very
had a
simple way.
different opinion yesterday when Crystal Maiden and Storm paired
Oh,
up
that's
together.
true. Oh yeah, the old CM. That's the one exception, maybe.
And this is the hero that I like against Alchemist. You have Ogre, can easily rotate, has a stun. He's one of the strongest level 1 heroes who trade. And you have also Alina, Tidehunter. These heroes can easily rotate and just hunt down Alchemist. I love to call it between 7 and minute mark when he's vulnerable.
Yeah, the pre-radiant stage, but post kind of laning stage. I mean, so when Al goes in the jungle, but he farms faster in the jungle than in the lane by the nature of Breevil's Greed. Stacking up gold so you kill all those tiny little neutral camps that give you way more than any other hero farm.
And you want to outnumber Alchemist 5 and 10 minute mark when the ones are spawning.
OG look to snag up here, still likely looking
Evil
Jerex or a set
geniuses
hero,
turn
something to
to
lock down and control. Grimstroke comes out. Double unstable concoction.
OGs turn
You look
to
at what
pick.
their ulti combos are with the Soulbind, and then EG themselves get a Gyrocopter. You talk about coming online fast and Gyrocopter, that being one of his biggest strengths and why we've seen so Gyrocopter play. That's a hero that comes online and maybe can contest and pressure the outcome.
Yeah, it's all about the fighting right now. You want to be aggressive, and this is where Gyro excels. He has Rocket Barrage. Once he
10
hits level
seconds
6, he can
remaining.
either rotate, grab a kill, buys all these small items, couple
5
great bands,
seconds
maybe even get a
remaining.
drum if need. Snowball. Right now, OG's lineup is really vulnerable to... These two heroes don't have any kind of mechanism. Not enough control.
What are the offlaners you might want to play against something like Gyrocopter? Something for Seb, like stroke +1. Hero that can just not feed against Gyrocopter. Okay,
What about
nothing.
to do? No, I'm just thinking.
I realized I was like, all right, look, he's going to come up with something smart.
I mean, you
to say.
can
No.
always pair it up with Doom. They're using all their
I mean, they
reserve
OG
time.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're using reserve time. They're going to get their other core first. So they don't have last pick. So this is where often you'll see pick up. You know, you're going to last pick something that's not a mid or a carry just because. Back, Ember Spirit for now. We talked about getting catch, and Ember Spirit brings that. Ember Alchemist is going to be there 1 and 2%.
That's actually their own.
Yep. I mean, you out goes
10
Blink Dagger. You
seconds
kind of have
remaining.
that unstable concoction initiation. And we're seeing more of this right-click
5
outbuild where he goes
seconds
into
remaining.
Abyssal Blade, so Blink Abyssal well in the mid to late game. But it's their main source.
Don't have a hero that deals Tidehunter's Cracked Shell. I don't think any of these are gonna build.
I guess what's more common nowadays is you just play around the use your bees against the Ravage, because there's only
This is the only big cooldown that they have. The Tidehunter ulti.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Fight all the time. Well, same goes for OG's lineup. They really don't care.
5 seconds remaining.
This last picks out OG with one more ban. No reserve time left.
OG's
Straft
turn to pick.
definitely been a bit of a rushed affair for them. Templar Assassin. I would really like to see a Sumail Storm here. I feel like there is just Ember with Searing Chains, there Stroke with Silence, but feels like a really good Storm.
You have nothing to deal with. Storm Spirit,
10
Chains,
seconds remaining.
Phantom. I don't think that's enough.
5 seconds remaining.
10 seconds to decide what their offlane hero for Seb is going to be. Time's ticking by, and something that is going to be out of fair against likely the Gyrocopter in lane, unless we see some kind of lane swap. It's going to be Sanking. So
Perfect.
these invis heroes becoming more and more prominent, I feel, at this TI so far, just because of the limited number of sentry wards. It put economic drain on your opposing team's supports. Sandstorm in lane gives you some defensive capability. Gyrocopter.
10 seconds remaining.
They needed a low
5 seconds remaining.
Sanking. It's Stroke.
You may now
They go for
select
OG.
your
All right.
heroes.
D. I mean, that's a hero that can wail away on the Alchemist a bit. As far as out counters go, I think some of the heroes we've seen become popular. Slack's the big one. Slack was actually banned out in the first stage here, and Noji's traditionally been one of those others. The tricky bit is the Alch's BKB tuck. He's definitely going to be going BKB second, third item against Tide already, so he's going to be getting that similarly against the OG. BKB becomes very important for this OG
Yeah,
side.
one problem, actually two problems that Alchemist is gonna get the BKB.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't build him.
There might be
Hero.
like a Bloodthorn as like a fourth or fifth item, but that
10
doesn't. That's not an item you
remaining.
build either on OG. Some of that is chance of the
5
problem. You go
seconds
BKB against the
remaining.
Radiance itself, but see if Alch even goes more evasion on top of the Radiance. Will be mostly the heroes and players. Team Hooch's first two picks hero all day long,
Absolutely
with
perfect.
Anna, of course, playing the hero, Jackson the Grimstroke, Thompson playing Ember, and Seth.
OD, they have save, which kind of needed. A lot of single target spells on the males is gonna be the damage dealer, but he's also the Astral.
He's not going to, want to be in the front line where Arteezy bait out some spells. Yeah, often you see Fly playing that some of his save heroes. Wasn't available, at least the Shadow Demon was banned out. By ourselves versus G. Number one. 9-0-17.
It's probably a pub match.
Prepare
Yeah, that's
for
what I was
battle.
Oh yeah, do that sound, the screenshot.
Got the screenshot. Sending that one to mum and dad at home. They're watching. Sure they know. OG versus EG. They're invested now. They heard all the drama. They want to see what happens, what goes down here between players, and it's the closest thing to Dota version, our own little soap
Absolutely
opera.
perfect.
I feel like the best item so far of the international is Ring of Best. You buy
I was ready
Sage's
for it,
Mask and
yeah.
then buy Ring of Protection in the side shop.
OG hasn't got a Sage's Mask Terror.
Transcends expectation.
I mean, you don't really go Bassi on Sand King or Grimstroke, assuming Grimstroke's even going to be playing in that offlane. Is this a game where OG's maybe going to try and secure their Alch's farm a bit more with the tri-lane, or are we going to just be seeing the typical 2-1-2 setup?
I think it's gonna be.
Step out, give him.
They can start with the 3 heroes at top and then just switch back to Seb's lane.
Interesting,
We
Anna
got
and Seb
pretty
are
good
both,
chemistry.
at least for now, down bottom. Obviously, we're 45 seconds away from creep spawning, but they are looking to scout out these lanes to make sure they have Alchemist in the right place. Of course, it's not an OG game without a healthy amount of chat will. I love that they've added these. When they first got added, it was one of those things that it was like, you know, is this really serious professional Dota? It adds so much.
You don't have a
much
chat wheel
character.
sound, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. You're right. All right, Lacoste. You don't know. That's our job for today. Get on the chat
30
wheel for
seconds
TI10.
to battle.
Come on, with something clever to say.
Wrong.
We'll have a bit of a pause, start of the day, as we check ourselves into the game. How big's your Seb?
The shortest one. Well,
Oh,
kids
you
these
know.
days are arguing who has a bigger Seb. Back in my days, we had a different measurements.
You know, not the size of the Seb. See just how big Seb can play this game. He's playing the Sand King, and he is going to be put under a lot of pressure if he is up tri lane down here.
Absolutely perfect.
Of course, iconic Axe moment where that's actually such a crazy story with Seb. To think some guy who didn't play Pro Dota for a few years, he came back, he coached, suddenly gets picked up and well, not picked up, but suddenly he's like, okay, I'm playing. We didn't, you know, they didn't have somebody last minute to play TI, and Seb's like, all right.
I'm gonna hop in. Then you win a TI.
Yeah. The way No-Tail talked about in the documentary was like, you know, I mean, for Seb, it was never like he wanted to put himself in the team. It was just like No-Tail really felt strong, like, dude, there's no reason you can't be on this team. You know how we play. Like, he had full faith in Seb as a player, not just as a coach.
Absolutely perfect.
That's always been
Perfect.
such a big part of those.
We had a couple of these Cinderella stories in our Dota history with the Wings as well.
Yeah. Wings at least went in that TI not as like, but it was more an underdog story in that when they're a team that came from nowhere. Like nobody really knew those 5 players. They didn't have a long history of success in Dota. And the fact they came up throughout the year winning Cell Manila tournament and then
Absolutely perfect.
one TI playing some of the craziest Dota and picks. I mean, people talk about Wings and the way they drafted and played to this day.
I think 3 Wings members
On the Chinese
analyst
panel.
desk.
Okay.
Yeah. They have Burning, ZSMJ. And the English panel, we have me, Kyle, BSJ.
I was wondering, like, which players you're going to fire shots at, you know? You went nice on Fog there, you know?
Fogged has my respect. Me and Fog go
Perfect.
back in the days
Yeah.
when we played against each other. We almost ended up on the same team for TI2.
The thing is, the Western players who are like, you know, the superstars, they're all still playing. A lot of the Chinese players who are like, you know, the most famous, most successful players, they won TI and stuff, they retired. It's like, come on, guys, keep winning, go for more TIs. They seem like content to like, oh, won a TI, pack it up now.
What if there's a rule that you can't win 2 TIs?
The
Like you win a
battle
TI, you have to
begins.
retire.
That sounds terrible. People making a legacy for themselves. Thompson, Ember, scouting out some of these lanes and rotations. Kind of, no, he's the mid. That's a mid Ember, just seeing what heroes are going where. Gives a 5. There we go. Arteezy pays him back the high 5. That's what we like to see. Drops his little.
Oh, and they're swapping the lanes already. This is the power of Chen, even though the cooldown is pretty big on level 1. He TP'd Sand King to the top lane. Now he's going to TP bottom. One of the strengths of the Chen.
Then get the lanes. They want this Sand King against Gyro. Gyro's a TP though. Gyro's going to TP bottom, but the problem is Seb can now TP
yeah,
bottom
Sand King
too.
will just TP bottom now.
Yep. Oh, that is Chen in a nutshell. Will Seb just TP right away?
Get that. He wants to take a couple of C's.
Your idol falls.
Anna not really want to lane against this Gyrocopter. That's a hero that can put a lot more pressure on him. So it seems like, okay, maybe not for now. They're not going to at least instantly TP. Don't do that. How do you see this mid lane going, Ember and OD?
Once OD hits level 4, it's going to become really tough for Ember Spirit. He has 1-2-1 build on OD.
Yep.
He's just going to keep hitting him with Hurricane Orb.
See early nulls coming out. He's just bringing out whatever stat items he can get. Life is difficult possible. Say coming out of top Seb. I think that's Sanking. The first point in the bar strike already is going to have that matchup against the Tidehunter. It kind of seemed like this was maybe the matchup they didn't want when the Chen used that Holy Persuasion to swap the lane, but they are sticking with their guns here, giving Chen the safe lane to secure the Alchemist some farm. And Tail will come on in to make sure he gets this small camp. He really wants to get a good creep here. Yeah, he'll get the D ward. But Fly coming in just in time. He doesn't get there in time to block the camp, but it's unfortunately for N0tail, it's not the creep he was hoping for.
Oh, it's a small Wild Wing. That's probably the worst creep you can get.
Yeah, well, the other camp was the Kobolds. He's hoping for like the Harpy or something there. Or the little ghost with the slow.
Oh, top lane, don't miss it.
Wouldn't dream of it. Another Burrow strike coming in a second. First blood. No, he hasn't got the damage. It's S4 and Crit who get the kill. They will get the revenge one on Jerex, but
Red with another stun. That's a dead Grimstroke.
One or two more right clicks. He's got the early point in the Fiery Souls for the attack speed. He finds the double kill on Crit's Lina.
1,000 gold on Lina. She's also level 3.
Just casual 1,000 gold. That's where you queue up the Midas. Well, very good start to that top lane.
Oh, the play. He used the Inkswell before, and then he TP'd him with the Chen. Cute little play, but not very effective.
It was very cute. The 2 points in the Inkswell as well. Arteezy, though, has a salve now. He had that Bloodlust movement speed, which helped him get away as well. Right afterwards, Jerex will TP back in the top lane. If they'd found a kill there, that would have looked really nice for them. Zeb has some backup now, looking to get the double stun off, but has to use it defensively as he kind of backs off right afterwards, recognizing that he can't really follow this one up with any further aggression. How's our mid lane looking? OD and Ember pretty even on CS here. A couple of CS advantage for Sumail, but nothing really separating the two. You've got to imagine Thompson's had to chew through a bit more regen. Bottle as well as salves.
Also, they need to control the runes because Thompson has a bottle, so OD is going to put him under the Astral.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And then go for the rune. Thompson doesn't have Searing Chains. He may go for the Sleight of Fist steal. Ooh, couldn't get it. You can pick up the runes during that Sleight of Fist if you're on top of it.
If you're good.
It looked like Sumail actually stopped moving, so he wasn't on top of the rune. So he couldn't maybe pick it up with that Sleight of Fist. I think Sumail, it seemed like he saw it coming. Nice attempted rune steal by the Ember. Thompson going to be forced out of this lane a little bit. The level 5 OD, 3 points in the Astral. Very hard to lane against now. I think Ember just feeling like he's going to have better time in the jungle. 2 points in the Flame Guard.
He was relying to get a rune, refill the bottle. Now he needs to be a bit cautious or just farm under the tower. He's level 5, 3 points in Sleight.
Got to keep an eye for these bounty runes. 5 minutes in, Alchemist in the game. Both teams typically going to be eyeing off bounty runes here. N0tail, can he get either of these? I imagine he's going to struggle. He may go for the deny here. Will he get it in time? Ogre is there, so he can't deny it. It's 3 bounty runes for each.
That's how you play against Alchemist. Try to steal as many bounties as possible. Top lane.
And they're going in. They hit the Inkswell. S4. A bit of trouble here. Does look to turn. Throw the Anchor Smash for Seb. Forces him back. 10 stick charges on Seb. He is trying to bait in some aggression here. Days. It is VG with an edge in the laning stage. Definitely feel that homing missile denied.
Nice. It's on the missile.
Oh, top lane. They bring down Crit. Jerex and Seb teaming up for that one. These early points in the Inkswell, comboing with the Sanking and the Burrow Strike initiation, looking pretty scary. Potent stuff. N0tail, what a teammate. P's just to get this stack off, I believe. That is true 5-position support play. This rune, can Topson get this? No, he doesn't. Another rune stolen by EG. They're doing such a good job controlling these runes. Denying them time and time again from Topson's Ember Spirit, who would love to have gotten some of these. This bottle. His life's so much more difficult.
And I love the build on Sumail this game. He goes for 3 Null Talisman, boots, so he can take a fight. Like, this hero can be really aggressive early on with this kind of a build.
And with that haste rune, Fly ran in. He gets a ward down deep in the enemy jungle. By the top shrine, he just scouts, but over in the other side of the jungle, oh, he's also scouting. He's not blocking either camp. They just want to get vision of the Alchemist so they can go for some kills, perhaps. And I guess if you do block those camps, you risk feeding away gold because it becomes very easy to de-ward those observer wards.
Probability of winning to be above 99%.
Here we go. How's this? How do you feel like this early game has fared? Is either team pulled ahead, or is it just?
It's pretty even. Alchemist is now just farming the jungle. This is the time where EG needs to buy some smokes and trying to take some stacks from him. Lina is level 4, 2 points in Dragon Slave. She can easily steal some of the creep. Also, Gyro just hit level 6. If they want to make a move, he can easily rotate as well.
Instantly, Fly and Arteezy were running at this Chen, but they'll be able to do a whole lot.
But you need to buy a smoke and play some...
Oh, no tails
vision.
tipping Fly. Oh,
Radiant's
no.
middle tower
Careful.
is under attack.
He saw that gang coming and he says, I see you, buddy. Was using that word to describe it.
Jarek is gonna kill that observer ward straight
Radiant's
away.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they know that OG is playing so well. They understand how to play with Alchemist. That this goes far back. They already placed an observer ward. The only way to approach is pretty much with the smoke.
Playing Sand King at level 6. Not going for the epicenter, so
Radiant's
similar to
middle
the
tower
Tide, but
is
Tide
under
is
attack.
holding his skill point, so if he wants to skill that Ravage, he can. Emperor's rotate in, go for that early Sleight of Fist. Doesn't have any points in the Searing Chains, but level 4 Sleight of Fist does a lot of damage. Jarek's in some trouble. He's getting stunned up. The cooldown follow-up is there, and this should be a kill, but if OG can cut it just to 1 loss,
It
that's
doesn't
a
matter.
lot
They
of
can just
rotation.
show on the lanes, try to make something happen with only Jarek's being the casualty. I think they're fine with that because the Alchemist is farming.
Absolutely. Got 2 other lanes being farmed. Sepsis going to use a Burrow Strike to make sure he gets the last hit on the creeps. And S4 getting kind of low here, but has got a casual cloak. Should be just fine. Until perhaps Grim's was up 3 points in Inkswell. You may Kraken off a stun from the Burrow Strike, but if the Inkswell hits you after that, you could be in trouble. And he's leveled up the epicenter, so I believe they are looking for a kill up here. They go for this Burrow Strike.
Radiant's middle tower
Saving a
is
point
under attack.
for Ravage. There it is, Phantom.
Didn't get. Oh, they didn't get to keep the silence on. They will serve the kill. All right.
He
Nicely
used
done.
Inkswell on the creep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That damage from the
Dire structures
coming out from the duo. More than enough to get the kill here. Now they're rotating in mid. Topson has to be a little bit careful here. Does have that 4 points in Sleight of Fist with the Fire Remnants to get out of there. There's going to be another cooldown from Arteezy. He's looking for No Tail. Definitely looking like a dead Chen here. Doesn't have level 6, no Hand of God, but the Sand King shows up from the side. Has got the epicenter fall for Burrow Strike. He defensively Astral to keep himself alive. Fly going to take all of that damage here as Seb comes back looking for the OG. He's going to die, but he, in the process, gets the kill for Jerax. Great bit of play coming out from OG, who turn around a bit of over-aggression here. No Steering Chains, level 7 still on the Ember. Can't stop the TP out, but
They needed a Tide Hunter in that fight.
Tide.
S4
problem is-
TP'd bottom. Yep.
yeah, even if you DP mid, though, you're playing behind the enemy tier 1 tower, so it's very hard to get there on the map.
Oh, they're gonna get the maybe almost. If Ogre got the stun, they could have gotten the 4 wounds, but I think they're gonna be fine with just 3 of those.
3 is like what you're hoping for. If you do really well, you're getting 4. We'll see another replay of this fight here. Again, Arteezy very gung-ho about just dropping this cooldown the second a hero gets stunned up. It gets these early kills, but see Sumail here. He's coming in from behind, and Tide is still dead. So this fight's broken. If you're Tide Hunter, you're respawning. You feel like you can't get to this fight because it's not near one of your towers. Your team playing behind the enemy lines makes it so hard to get into.
Yeah, they just got out down there. Now Chen is almost level 6. So is he bringing? He already used it.
Alchemist, as far as Radiance time is going, not looking for that 11, 12-minute Radiance. He did go for double Bracer and Phase Boots, all the small items.
They have a good vision on the Alchemist. Two deep observer boards placed where near the camps where Alchemist loves to hang.
Yep. Vision's one thing, though. They haven't used that to actually try and gank him just yet.
They're just giving him the mean look.
Yeah. Okay, coming in, the CS4 Thompson. He's hit level 8 now. Still not going for Searing Chains. Wants to prioritize more defensive build. Going to Remnant on forward. Has got the X-Wall on now. This is not looking good for Fly. The cooldown being used as well. Thompson, Slider Fist is there with a Burrow Strike follow-up. They make it S4 as well. He's been silenced up now as well. Has got the Ravage. You can get rid of the silence. He's not going to get a chance to go for it, though. Not sure it would have mattered too much as well, as Arteezy wasn't really in fighting shape there. All of his mana. Cooldown and OG, they're just bringing the numbers. Every single time they have an extra hero, sometimes even two. And meanwhile, Alchemist is just farming. Yeah. Thompson trying to fire Remnant away from this one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looking to go for Arteezy. Sorry for the extra messages. We've got some a third I turned off my Steam, but apparently messages still show up. I don't know what's going on here. Apologies for that. Shout out to her. Dota 2. But as it stands, OG 2k gold lead. This is what you want, though. This is the Alchemist stuff. You typically, if you don't have a gold lead with Alchemist around 15 minutes or so in the game, you've struggled in the early game. But they're winning these fights while the Alchemist continues to farm for that Radiance.
Yeah, we still didn't see the Ravage. S4 is not having a good time. 0, 3, and 1 at this point. Big, can he blink out? Sandstorm is going to cancel it.
Nicely done. They're just finding kills wherever they go. And when you can play this well as a 4-man unit while you've got this hard carry farming, that's like OG in their comfort zone. They love these games where Ana can just, hit creeps, come online in the mid game and just cause all kinds of problems.
And I love what Thompson was doing. He was just showing on the lanes. He doesn't necessarily need to get a kill or make something happen. He's just buying time for Alchemist because his laning stage was really not the greatest. And he's making a comeback. 4 points in Grievous Greed. That's going to be a Radiance. One more creep camp and that's it.
Key rate 13.5. Quite maybe the normal fast Alchemist timing you're hoping for, but still very good. And considering how the rest of the game is going with some of these heroes that have been shut down,
Absolutely perfect.
this is
positioning from Jarex. Jarex is his second name is Smokebreaker.
Comforting wound of regeneration.
Dire's structures
managed to prevent another EG rotation. It just feels like OG have this sixth sense right now for all these rotations coming in.
A lot of the wards from OG from the early start. They're reading the map so well. Now they have that Radiance. It's go time. Sanking has a Blink Dagger. They instantly split.
Dire are scanning.
But at the same time, EG, talk about OG reading EG's movements. It goes both ways. They dire scan. They see this movement coming. Will they try and bait and take this fight? They need the tide. The Ravage is coming. It's not quite here in time, perhaps. Arteezy's going to be careful. He's going to go down. He does not have a BKB yet. Tide's rotated in from the side, but they're going to throw the Ravage. Hit several. They kill off No-Tail. He instantly fights back to come back in this fight. No-Tail will be TPing back in as Thompson in the front lines with that flame gun. He's just so damn tanky, and the Slider Fist map does so much damage at this stage of the game. They're going to look for a fourth kill here. They want S4, and there's just nothing EG can do to win this one. Another Burrow Strike from 7. They're going to finish off S4 as well. Sumail bails them. He just deeply stopped to pick up at least the bounty runes because this fight didn't go well. He's
already used
though.
the Blink Dagger and Astral. He's dead.
Yeah. He may have gotten a bounty rune. I mean, he's getting some tips. OG, 4k gold lead. They just completely team-wiped EG. They killed every single hero in the game.
Bottom lane.
They will lose Jarex. He gets caught, left behind, but ultimately that is a support. Mr. Smokebreaker himself. Sometimes you die for those smoke breaks.
Yeah, really well played by OG. They use the Inkswell on a Sanking. He blinks in, finds the Gyrocopter before he could get any spells off. And this is where the damage comes. OD was also not in that fight. He didn't use a single spell. Once Alchemist gets a BKB, that's going to be so tough to play. And Chen immediately buybacks after he dies, uses Hand of God, and even gets a double kill with his creep.
I mean, this is why I think a lot of people expected Chen to be one of the most banned heroes of this tournament. It just provides so much, and it's such a nuisance from this 5-position role. When you combine it with other healing sources like the Alchemist Chemical Rage,
Radiant
it just
are
buffs
scanning.
up these heals so much.
Lina is level 10 with the cast range talent. Also has an urn. I was thinking about Spirit Vessel, but I mean, it's not going to be that effective against Alchemist because he's going to have two ways of dispelling it with Chemical Rage, BKB. Alchemists don't go for Manta styles anymore. If you check the talents, they usually go for attack speed, the damage. They even go for Cleave. You and me discussed about it. Cleave is kind of a substitution. If you get 6 slotted, then you can sell the Radiance.
Yeah, you don't really want to have that Radiance when you go into like those late game stages of the game. It just doesn't feel like this carry build. It's like the old school Radiance Mant Octarine that split pushes and causes problems. You want to have this build where you can actually kill people, which is more what we're seeing now with this BKB Blink Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, so you just blink on someone with the Chemical Rage. You have a really good positioning with the Blink Dagger, of course, and the Bash. Insanely good against the BKB here. Yep. EG right now, they need those 2 BKBs. OD has a recipe. Gyrocopter getting closer. 600 gold away from it. The timing from OG, insanely good. BKB is up on Alchemist. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, they blink in with the stun, the bar strike. They want to burst down fly here. It is just an Ogre matchup, but the backline, they're going to throw out a Ravage here, trying to turn this one around here, but Thompson was inside the Astral, so he doesn't get hit by this. Ogre going to buy back, going to try and take this fight, but Thompson's just charging it forward. He remnants in aggressively, using the Sleight of Fist, constantly just nuking everyone down.
Go
Epicenter with the blink in as well. Who's going for it? He splits the targets. Anna with the BKB, takes out the Lina, changes targets. We get dieback from Fly's Ogre. He goes down, and Seb's not done with S4. That's 4 dead. Seb gets hit by his teammate as OG roll over EG. 4 heroes dead.
That's actually 5 dead because Ogre brought back and died instantly. And OG is not going to stop. They're might even threaten the high ground. Arteezy does not have a cooldown. Black Cannon is on a cooldown as well, but they're pinging Roche.
It was this race to BKB. Anna getting his BKB before Arteezy's Gyrocopter just makes it so hard for Arteezy and EG to take these fights.
Yeah, he understands that he does not need a Blink Dagger this early on. BKB is so much more valuable because they don't have anything that goes through the BKB at the moment. And the amount of heal that they have with Chen's Aura, Chemical Rage, the extra 20% increased healing plus Hand of God, also Vlad's on Chen. EG can't take this fight.
They have all the teamfight items. EG have rotated in, but the Alkins already helped secure them an Aegis. Thompson picking that one up as they are looking to just finish off S4 and the rest of EG, I think, realizing this is not a fight they want to take. And the problem is, Ravage is a long cooldown to play around. OG can just go take a fight now. We're only 19 minutes in, but they may even threaten high ground.
And Jarek's got Brown Boots, Lotus Orb, disassembled the Mana Boots. It's insanely good against the Gyrocopter. He can't use a homing missile against Ogre, against Lina, even Astral. They have so many single target spells that they can echo.
Yeah, so we're just going to see them like pop this on the Alchemist and let him frontline, I imagine, at this point. Such a strong item to have this early in the game. And a very unconventional build, but one that makes so much sense right now.
I'll take your
Thompson takes bounty runes, and this time it is OG 4 bounty runes. That is a very big sign of how this game has changed. EG were, 5, 10, 15 minutes in.
They found Crit on the bottom lane. He was just trying to split, push the wave, hide in the trees.
Yeah, he's going to do what damage he can, but I think he knows he is got no real escape unless he jukes, and he will do so. Thompson actually has... Oh, yep, missed that Sleight of Fist. All right, Crit gets out of there. Managed to maneuver his way through the trees, getting out of there, but Arteezy not so lucky. He goes down top. That was with the BKB, Seb. Epicenter, Burrow Strike. completed Pipe of Insight. So all of this AoE magic damage, which is Gyro's primary source of damage since he's got just phased BKB, is going to be heavily negated by this pipe.
One thing I always liked about Seb is his itemization. He understands it to a next level. When he was playing Mag, getting a Guardian Greave before a Blink Dagger, same goes for Pipe. And this Pipe will mitigate a ton of the magical damage that they have. Against the cooldown, against Rocket Barrage, Lina, it's looking all OG. Actually, it's 17,000 net worth for them.
At 21 minutes too. OG are playing such good Dota right now.
Now you can quote me on this one. The game is over when you have 1,000 gold lead per minute.
Yeah, well, they're not there yet. They have a bit more to go. As they are looking to just break onto the higher ground. And there's just so little you can do. S4 does have Ravage back up. He's going to have to try and find some way into this fight to go for good Ravage. It's going to be just walking on in. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything. And OG just going to stand here and hit some buildings. The Sleight of Fist spam is just zoning them away. Arteezy may have a BKB, but he's already half health. He doesn't want to fight. With the constant chip damage coming out from Sleight of Fist, from the Stroke of Fate, from the Grimstock, those long-range AoE nukes just make it so difficult for EG to take a fight.
They can kill the shrines right now. Alchemist already TP'd bottom to push out the way. Will be TP'd back if they want to take a fight with the Chen. He almost has enough gold to buy a full AC.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
That is very scary. I mean, you compare Anna's net worth to his counterpart, the Arteezy Gyrocopter, and it is night and day. A carry here at Gyro that's known for kind of dominating and coming online in the early to mid game has struggled to have an impact this game with the...
It's one of those smokes, guys, we've got to do something because we know we're in a bad spot. If we lose another fight, the game just ends.
Yeah. But OG playing on the other side of the map. The Alchemist was down there, but they're using this Chen recall to just maneuver around the map, and now it's OG who are in their way down bottom. I think having an idea of where EG are playing on the map. There's a couple of towers down here they may want to go for as well. A tier 1 and a tier 2. Arteezy playing a bit greedy, going for another creep wave. He may just have to BKB TP out. He gets caught by an unstable concoction. Burst follow up, and Arteezy is done for. Quick and easy kill. Crit just TP's out, leaving Arteezy to die, as he should have. There's no saving his life once he gets caught by that unstable concoction. And OG is just going to run down this bottom lane.
Seb hunting them, trying to find something.
He knows there's just no way EG can fight him. He's also unkillable with this 1800 health Pipe 4-star blink. Yeah, OG. What's the answer here? You mentioned 1k gold per minute advantage. We're about to get there. This tier 2 tower is going to probably take this up to about 23k gold lead. And it's Dota Plus 99%. EG,
it's not
what
bugged.
Is the 1%?
Yesterday we had some bugs with 100%.
Well, there's 1% for EG, and they're going to have to dig deep to figure out where that 1% is. It is looking mighty difficult. They're going out. He can't get the BKB up in time. He's getting chased. So this is the 1%. They take out the Alchemist. They start the fight off with a great kill on Alka. They are going to repel OG here. Aegis expires as well. EG had picked their timing perfectly as the BKB Gyrocopter goes charging in. They're going to take out the Sand King of Seb as well. And that's the turn EG were looking for. That's
what
the high
a
ground
ravage from
defense.
S4. The timing on that ulti was absolutely perfect. Man, he couldn't get the BKB up. Maybe OG execution there was a bit sloppy. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that fight again, but... ooh, there it is.
It was, yep.
And the Lina stun from Fog, Lance and cast range talent.
You just don't see it coming. That is the power of this Lina build and why this hero is being played a lot as a 4. It reminds me a lot of like the 4-position Shaman with 8 lanes, where you're just able to stun or hex people in Shaman's case from Fog and they can't get BKBs off. Having these heroes that can play against BKBs from a support role is just so nice. Bounty runes being somewhat contested as EG managed to secure down bottom. Thompson's rotated. There's no BKB. It's on cooldown for 5 seconds, but with the defensive Astral, he should be able to get this off. Anna was looking for a stun, but the blink away from Sumail is there, but he's still getting very, very low. A couple of Sleight of Fists could finish him off. Doesn't look like Ember wants to chase. I think OG maybe learning to, you know, take their foot off the gas for a little bit here.
They're still in a really good spot. Ravage is on cooldown for another minute. Roche may respawn in a minute and a half. Yep. I expect them to make a move. They already killed the shrines, so they can't be backstabbed unless they use a smoke.
By the way, Ana has an Ag Scepter queued up, and this Ember Spirit of Tops, I imagine, is the recipient. He had Ags himself queued to build, but now he's like, no, I'm not getting Ags. I'm going for a fast Octarine core. Maelstrom Octarine is not your everyday Ember build, but if you throw in a pulled Aghanim Scepter, he's going to be incredibly scary and come online so fast.
Yeah. Ana only needs 1,000 gold to buy that Aghanim Scepter.
He's already got the point booster, so he's committing. I think they're basically trying to turn this Ember suddenly into this basically late game hero. When you can have Aghanim Scepter with Octarine core, Deuce cooldown is going to be so scary.
I mean, they can play it safe. If they don't have to rush anything, Ravage is going to be ready once again, so they can just wait for the next Roche, get the Aegis and Cheese.
Gee, 21k gold lead. But you've got to be careful. That unsuccessful high ground push definitely probably put some doubts in their minds as to just how secure this game is.
EG has no big items coming on their side. OD has only Mystic Staff. Still a lot of time to buy that Hex. Same goes for Gyro. They're just saving the buyback for now.
That is the big item I feel that EG can use to turn this game. Play against like the BKB of the Alchemist, and also to actually lock down and kill the Ember Spirit. Having this OD Hex would be massive for them, but it is still 2k plus gold away.
Dire
He only needs 700 gold for it.
That's crazy. I think, yeah, this... I mean, it's 4th position. It's Jerax. He does get more farm than, you know, your everyday support, but he's going to have a Hex before the OD does. And he's got these 2 items that can have such a heavy impact on a team fight.
Jerax is not happy about those mud golems.
For something. Kill. He's going to stack some Ancients as well as the Mud Golem.
Well, I know who's going to be happy about mud golems. Alchemist.
Oh, yeah. Didn't get that stack, but he did get the Ancients. There we go. Yeah, I believe he... Yep, he pulled the Ag Scepter. Ember. Level 17 only. Doesn't have the full 300 damage fire remnants yet.
And smoke from EG.
Well, yeah, they're worried about... Imagine a Roshan, which can respawn any time now. So neither team knows when Rosh is respawning. But EG are worried that they're in the pit. Chen Creep scouting it out. Oh,
they know where they are. They saw that one. It's being pinged out by Chen.
That Chen Creep was right next to that D ward happening, and most teams are will notice that sentry ward randomly go missing from their map. So going for that D sentry while smoke, not what you want to do maybe.
Ember Spirit just scouting things out with Arcane Rune and Axe.
Oh, that's so cheeky. And now Thompson, he's maybe going to look to pick off Fly here. They throw him with the Blink. Ravage can actually bring down the Ember Spirit. He's getting burnt here with the Chen Heals. Is it going to be enough? They take out Thompson. Instantly buys back. Arteezy's already in with the Black Hand and the BKB. He's going to delete the Sand King. Buybacks from OG. They want to take this fight. And with Ana's BKB on Alchemist, they should be able to have this one. Ana, can he stun up Arteezy? He jukes in the trees. Finds a new target. Can he blink out of this one? He gets Forest Strike. The timing from Seb is perfect. As OG, they had to commit a couple of buybacks, but they do come out on top. And with Ravage down, with BKB Gyro down, I imagine they feel like they can actually break the high ground here. Look at Ember Spirit. He's just going falling in. Seb follows up. 2-man Forest Strike. Arteezy's got no BKB to defend himself. Zoom Mail. He's fought back. He uses defensive Astral, but I don't imagine Arteezy's got much of an escape. As soon as he comes out, he's popped like a pinata. Instantly has to buy back, but Ana.
Gyro should be back off. I mean, Alchemist should be careful. He has a TP and Chen can recall him easily.
Maybe waiting for Chemical Rage, or perhaps just waiting for Roshan. They are still scouting this out. It's almost a max respawn, so I think they're going to be headed to this pit, knowing that it basically has to respawn soon. And they're also headed back because 4 bounty runes. Yeah, you've got Alk.
Bounties with Alk. Easy peasy. That's a Hex purchased on Jerax. And they need to give this...
EG contests this. I don't think they can.
And they need to give Aegis the Ember Spirit. He was playing a bit too aggressive, but he knows that he has a buyback as Remnant in the fight. Can easily come back into a fight. EG.
Yeah, they're coming. Are they going to go for a steal? S4 may feel he has to. He doesn't have Ravage, but he's too late. The second he sees the Roche die and he's not ready to steal it, EG have to disengage. Man, This game is slipping further and further away. Lacoste, we're at that point. 31k
That's
gold
it.
in 30 minutes.
Back it up.
The 1k gold a minute. That's Alchemist in a nutshell for you. This hero's rate of farm is absolutely insane. You give him this kind of freedom.
And that's a full Abyssal Blade. He's not even saving for a buyback here. Has cheese in his backpack.
I mean, that's, you talk about openings and the 1% chance for EG to win this game. That feels like one of those openings to win the game. And Alk not having buyback, not having Aegis as well. I mean, you give the Aegis to Ember because buyback's down, but
It doesn't matter if he has a buyback or not at this point, since EG has no tower damage whatsoever. They have Gyro and OD. And they still have a tier 1 tower on mid.
yeah, if they mess up a fight, you're not going to lose your base for it, is what you're saying.
Yes. You're not going to even lose racks. You can't lose one.
Yep. Position, Blink, Fire Strike. He just forces out. He's trying to bait some spells here. Thompson follows it up as well with the Sleight of Fist. Just trying to see what they can force out here. But back in the mid lane, Alchemist, he's gone in with a big BKB. He's going on creep here. The right clicks with the BKB is going to be enough. And now Arteezy in trouble. He's been Abyssal Bladed up. He's locked in place. Where's Sebastian? Says Anna. He doesn't quite find it. The Ravage is there. And Anna, he's got no buyback. He's going to be so careful not to go down here. But he's got so much health regen from the Chemical Rain. Sumel's wailing away. And if the right clicks is the Eclipse going to be enough, he doesn't have the damage. The cheese is there. And now Sumel getting bashed up. Stuns followed up. And GG. EG drop game 1 of this 2-game series.
OG, they played so well after the late stage, just setting up the wards, deboarding their jungle so Alchemist can get his farm. His late stage was really not that great, but they managed to, I'm not going to say come back, but give enough farm to Alchemist. And that fight at tier 1 tower where they got outnumbered